There I am. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism. If you are brand new to our open discussion sessions, what this is all about is us coming together, learning, sharing, and supporting one another through our journeys with our loved ones on the autism spectrum. Everyone is welcome. And for those of you who don't know me, I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment that we call Autism and Us.
And hi, everyone. I'm Linda. I'm the other admin. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday.
And we are going to get this up for Mr. Charles. And let's see who's here. Hey, Teresa.
Hey,
There's
Teresa.
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Mr. Charles. Hi, Nikki. Hello. So, what's going on with everybody? Let me make sure I shared it. Yeah, I think I shared it to all the groups. So, feel free to share this live. And as you come in, make sure you thumbs up, show us some love. And there's Mr. Charles. We'll let Mr. Charles introduce himself.
Yeah, hi everybody. Hey Steve, everybody. I'm Charlie Geese. I've been participating in this group for several years now. I'm a retired mainframe computer software engineer on the autism spectrum. Glad to share my experiences.
Hey, RS. So did we have, I don't know if we had a topic. Did we think of a topic? Or is that for when I come back? I forgot. Just that quick.
I have a topic that I was looking over.
Okay.
In a, I guess our children, plans for our children if
Hi,
we're not
Nikki.
around.
Okay, say that one more time.
Plans for our children if we weren't around.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's a good one tonight. that's
I
a
don't
good.
I don't know why, but I woke up stressing about that yesterday morning. It just popped in my head, and oh my goodness.
Yeah,
But
definitely something we all should be thinking about, especially as parents with the loved ones on the spectrum. Yeah, that's a great discussion. You want to go ahead and start it off with your
sure.
thoughts?
So we've always wondered about this and thought this, and if things were to go in order, of course, we would want them to. There would be a point where Emily's older siblings would have her and care for her, and so her older sister, which we think would be the one, is 11 years older. So if things really continued on, or something else happened, what do we do?
Right.
I mean, because there has to be an plan A, plan B, maybe even a plan C, because we don't know. And what if they were the last one?
Yeah, because there's something deep to really think about
Mm-hmm.
because I've brought this discussion up with my children and Ariana, who's right here right now. I
Hey,
already
Ari.
know. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Hey, Ari.
Hey, Ari.
Hi, Ariana.
They're over there playing swords.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
But I know Ariana would be the first one to take her brother because she's like a mother hen. But thinking if none of the kids were around, or Lord forbid, something happened to everyone else, what would happen to DeAndre? And one of the things I don't want, I mean, I know sometimes, you have to make that decision. Things can happen. But one of the things I don't want and want to try to avoid is him going into a home with
Yeah.
strangers. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Charles?
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. Yeah, if at all possible, you want to have some family member, caring for him, and I mean, and in his case too, it's a fairly easy decision. You need to have somebody caring for him because it's obvious that he's not ready to. Then he's not anytime soon. I mean, soon in terms of in a several year time frame, going to be, able to care for himself independently as an adult.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, I think too, one of the benefits that you have Nita too is his he does he have two? Yeah, his two nieces and nephews.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, who are, younger than him, and yeah,
Mhm.
that would be another option because of course they'd probably be grown, by that time and everything. So yeah, that's
Friends,
a
say hi. She was standing here now. She want to put her
Hey
face.
Ari.
Hi.
Hey. How
Hi.
are you? Are you
I'm
doing
good.
good?
Yeah.
Good.
She'll be walking across the stage next month.
Woo!
Great. Graduating.
Congratulations.
Michigan State.
All right. All right. Yeah. Yay, Spartans. Hey. Tell her that. Tell her I'm a Michigan State alumnus.
Yeah,
Mr.
go
Charles.
green.
Yeah, go green. Yeah. I know it was too bad about last night, but we kind of knew that we didn't have much chance.
Oh yeah, yeah, I seen that. My son's happy though. He's U of M.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is something to think about. And yeah, my grandkids with DeAndre, because it's important for him to interact with them. And I know him and Kiyomi are close. And if I didn't mention it before, my granddaughter, she was just diagnosed with autism too, but she's higher, on the spectrum. She's more of a level 1.
Yeah.
And but they are best buds. And I know that she would make sure he's okay. And the other
Good.
little ones, I'm sure once they get older and they have a more understanding that, their uncle is a little different,
Mhm.
um, they'll come into to play with helping out too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the thing. You have somebody, and it's good. You have family in tune on this.
Yeah.
Some members of the group have you know don't have family members that would be willing to pick up the baton, or they could be trusted to pick up the baton.
Right. Right, because I mean, who will you trust if they're not close family? Because outside of his siblings and my grandkids, I don't, you know, that's kind of a scary thought. And Michelle says my kiddo is going to my oldest daughter. Okay,
Yeah, well, that's good. It's also when the child is not the oldest child, that helps too, because
Mhm.
the child can be cared for by an older sibling. Um, it can be a little awkward when you're trusting an older child to the care of a younger sibling. First of all, the younger sibling's willingness to take that on, and secondly, if the older child is higher up on the spectrum,
right.
the older child might have a problem with it.
Yeah, that's true. Now Teresa says my son would be going to my parents. Okay, that's a thought. And, it's a blessing to still have your parents around, but we have to always think of that. What if? Now, I know for me, I would love for my son to go to my parents. That would be the ultimate because I know they will be there. But
Mhm.
knowing that their age, um, you know, and like I said, Lord forbid anything happen to
Mhm.
them, that would not be in the plan right now.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess you kind of look at if things were to go in the, expected order of
mhm,
things. Yeah, that's what, yeah, I guess there's a difference between it, your parents always expect to go before you. Yeah,
right.
but everything, nothing's promised.
So I'm saying that, Teresa, um, the unexpected. If you outlive your parents, um,
Mhm.
what would be that's your plan A? What would be your plan B if that were the case? Michelle says, luckily, I think my son will be able to be self sufficient as an adult. That's good.
That
That's
is
good.
good.
That's
Mhm.
excellent. That's the best scenario, of course, and that applied to me. My mom had her doubts about it, and that psychologist that I saw during my senior year of high school, that helped somewhat, and there are other factors that have helped too. But anyway, that was one thing that helped.
Okay. Well, that's good. And here you are on your own, doing your thing, married and everything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Hey, Rachel.
Okay, so when I woke up and I was thinking about this,
Okay.
and I was thinking, so the only the only ones in our family that we have are our older kids. Um, but you have no idea, what's going to happen, down the road, and then will they be here? We don't know. So I
Right.
I was wondering for some reason, I was thinking, what happens to her if we had no plans? What would where would she go? What would the state do? Where would they have her in the interim? So I thought, I don't want to have no plan. I don't
Right.
want to not know. So I started looking up the programs and the things that they have, from being a little more independent than Emily is and being able to have somebody come in and check on you and do some things.
Okay.
But then there's higher level where you can have staff in your house with you around the clock if that's what you need. But it's her house. It would only be like her at her house, and then she would have a full staff. And I didn't think that either. I don't know. And then so I seen there's the group homes, and then there's this one thing, family home agency, and it goes through our regional center. And so I was looking at that. I was looking way into it because you guys, I was so stressed and worried over this yesterday.
Oh,
So
wow.
I got to keep searching, and I literally woke up, like just woke up, grabbed my phone, started looking it up, and literally right before I went to bed, I found something that could calm my mind a little. And so I seen that,
Please share. Please share.
so she has a regional center like we have in California. We have
Okay.
regional centers, and so she has a case. That's where she got diagnosed when she was 18 months. So she's always had her stuff there. So they check in yearly with her to see what her living conditions are, but they would do it more if she was an adult out of the house. So anyway, so what they do is family home agency, you have to get a referral from the regional center in order to get in, period. And
Okay.
then it will be paid with your insurance or your Medicaid or whatever. But so what it is it's mentors. So they're like, say they might have been in the health profession, they could have been professionals, they could have been teachers, things like that. And they go through this mentor program. And what they do is they look at them for a long time and try to find a match for the mentor and the client. So, and then what they do is that person is like their mentor, like they're like their shadow, like that's who helps them and kind of stands back, kind of the things that we do. So
24/7? Is this
yeah, yeah.
somebody looking? Okay.
Oh
So,
yeah, because that's where she would live. She would
okay.
go with the mentor, and the mentor has that, and the regional center checks in regularly. And
Okay.
so I thought, okay, that sounds better than a. I'm not saying residential places aren't for anybody, but I
Right.
would like, for it to seem like a home. And it said they want them in the least restrictive environment, and they want them to be in some sort of family unit,
Yeah.
so because everyone deserves that. But yeah, it was just, oh my goodness, when I found that, I was watching videos on YouTube about it too, and it gave me some peace of mind. Of course, that's the absolute last thing that we would do. but I needed to know there was going to be something.
Well, at least, yeah, I would like to know more about that too. That's options, because yeah, you never know. You never know. And then, like you said, A, B, and C, we need to have these plans in place, because you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel says, "I'm so mad. The school called.
Yeah,
DC.
what did they do that for?
Right. What did they do that for, Rachel? If not, I'm sure my 5 older kids can fight them."
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's good as long as they're going to fight over who gets to
who
take
take
care of them,
care
not
of
over who
No.
over who gets, not over. I don't want him.
Yeah,
'em? Right.
exactly. Yeah.
Right. Spencer. Hey, Spencer. Think I'm gonna have my wife be a stay-at-home mom to help handle Joshua and the rest of the kids. Just gonna be hard on money. Okay. Oh, you talking in terms of the now. Hey, Sonia. So, Sonia, have you thought of your plan A? If something were to happen to you, what would happen with Queen?
Hey, Sonia.
Teresa says, or he would stay with my brother that lives with me and my son with the help from my sister and her. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Joshua has gotten busted throwing his homework away at school. They asked me if they could take away his recess when he does it to do his homework. I said, go for it. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
wasn't feeling the schoolwork.
Yeah. Yeah. The fact the kid is on the autism spectrum doesn't mean that he doesn't need discipline. We all need discipline. All
Mm-hmm.
kids do, and I'm glad I got discipline when I was growing up. Like autistic kids more so than other kids. In fact, need to be sure that they understand the concept that actions have consequences.
Oh, yeah. I put up a video. I don't know if you guys seen it, with DeAndre acting up in class. Um, yeah, so he had gotten his punishment because it was someone who asked me, um, was he having a meltdown or something, and was he okay? I said, I know my child, and that was him just wanting to be a class clown. So it wasn't that he was just tired or just didn't want to do something. He just wanted to be a class clown that day, and he knew it. He knew as soon as he seen mom and dad's face that he was in trouble. So, yeah, when situations like that, definitely, the appropriate discipline, whether it be taking away his electronics, going to bed early, and then of course he had to apologize to the teacher and to the class. And guess what? The last few days he's been really good.
Wait,
That's
I missed what he did. What did he do?
Did you see the video I posted of him acting up in class? He just,
No, I didn't see that
yeah,
one.
it's up. Look on all for DeAndre's page.
Okay.
But yeah,
Oh
he
my
felt
goodness.
like being a class clown, and the teacher, she sent me a couple videos of what he was doing. I said, "Oh, okay." And he even had the nerve to look at her because he wanted that class clown attention,
Oh
and he
yeah.
knew what he was doing. Said, "Okay, okay, I see you." Yeah. And
Oh my
then,
goodness.
the look on his face when he realized that she told on him, it was priceless. He was like,
Oh my goodness. Ooh.
let's see. Michelle says they place my brother lives is the place my brother lives is a nice place. They have their own room in a house, and they work and act like fam. Okay, that's good. That's good. At least that's something you guys are comfortable, with. I would have to get more information on those types of homes also. Don't know. He got kicked out. So wait a minute. They called DCF on you, but gave no reason. And your was it because of your son? Was he acting out, or what's going on? Spencer says, know your rights. You never have to let them in your home as a former foster child. Say, where is your warrant? They can't get one off hearsay and they will close the case. Right? I was just curious, why would they, not give you a reason? Oh, they will fight over who would care for him. They are good kids. I got lucky with my batch. Awesome.
That's good. Yeah.
Awesome. Sonia says, hopefully my adult children will step up. Their spouses already have. Awesome.
Well, that's an important part of the battle. If
Mhm.
their marriage mates, are
Mhm.
are willing to do it, that's maybe a more important part of the battle than if they are, because that can turn things either way.
Mhm.
Right.
That's what I was thinking too when I said you never know what can happen, what happens to situations and things like that. Because
Right.
when they do, when the older ones do find spouses, how's it going to go, And
Right,
it
because
just,
they'll have their own life.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's just so much to like, oh my goodness, to think
Take
about.
in.
Hmm. And they said too, you should always have a plan, your plans set because before they're an adult,
Okay.
because if something was to happen, say we went on a trip or something, the four of us, her older sister and me and Steve got in a car wreck, what if we didn't make it, but Emily did, you know, then what? They'd have to, one of her brothers would have to step up. But it's scary because if nobody was there, she's an adult. She's not a child. She's not put into like foster care or, things like that. And, not that I would want that anyways, but she's actually an adult,
Hey, Roxy.
Yeah, what would they do? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really something. So everything should, hey, Foxy Roxy, everything should be written out
mm-hmm.
as your plans of what should happen, maybe like a living will, so
Yes.
to speak, right now. Especially if your children are in your care and as adults. And maybe if it's a family thing, I would say get everyone around the table, and this is plan A, plan B. If this were to happen, you can jump to plan B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
And
yeah,
just because we look into it doesn't mean that that's what we want or we're giving into that. We don't want our kids in an institution somewhere or somewhere where, what we would not have wanted them in. We would want the best for them. So we should be planning that now. And like, for instance, with the regional center, I could put that with her caseworker and in her file that if all of this was to fail, I would want her to be in this type of thing, that kind of setting you
mm,
know it's just, I don't know, it just scares me.
yeah. It scares me too. Now that you brought it up.
I have no idea why I woke up thinking about that, but I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those days.
Hey, Tanya. Tanya says it's really tough to think about these scenarios in the future. We do,
Hmm.
however, need to make a plan for my son. He has a younger, 7 year younger sibling who I pray will be willing to take care of him. But if that's not the case, we need to look into options and leave everything ready for my baby. Yes. Yes. It's something
Yeah.
for all of us to, you know, think about. Definitely something to think about and
Hmm.
put down on paper. You hear that, Ari? You hear that? Sit down at the table. I'm gonna get them all ready. Get all ready.
We're about due for that too. I was
Yeah.
just telling Steve that we need to have a sit down with all of them again, refresh
Hey,
everything.
Victoria. Michelle says, well, we do not have a choice with my brother. He has been in state's custody for 50 years. Oh, wow. Long story. Okay, understood. Queen loves her brother and sister-in-law. That's awesome.
That
It's
is.
awesome when they have that good relationship. Spencer says, if something was to happen to me, I want it so my wife can take Joshua. I want her to adopt, but Missouri won't allow it because for him to back to his mom is not good and would be the worst thing for him. I can't terminate her rights so my wife can adopt Joshua. Missouri won't allow it. Wow. Even though Joshua's mom is toxic.
And of course, there is the problem in some cases because of of divorce and the other parents living circumstances, and even just what the other parent is like. Um, your hands may be tied as to what you can do.
Right, right. Wow. Well, Spencer, I hope you guys can figure something, you know, out for his benefit, you know. Michelle says, I wonder if maybe they have programs like assisted living. I know they do for physical disabilities. Maybe they do also for mental disabilities. That's somewhat of what you were talking about uh, with the mentor, right, Linda?
I think she may have stepped away.
Oh, okay. I think that was somewhat what she was talking about, but
Okay,
we'll
sorry. Yeah,
um
I'm gonna post this thing. It'll show the levels of care and what type of care um would be fit for them. Oh, hang on one second. I just got to my computer, you guys.
okay,
And
but you
then
see what
when I get it, I'll
Michelle
let you know.
you see what Michelle wrote?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
I'm gonna pull that up.
Hey Stacy, how are you? Tanya says, I believe they do, but there's long waiting lists for those programs, and it's a process. I tried getting my son on a few as potential future option. No telling when he'd be next in line. Are you talking about the Foxy says, my biggest fear are all these things mentioned, especially since I live in Bama with no family, no friends. It's just my children and I. Oh, yeah, definitely sit down and get a plan in place. Definitely. Glad you're doing okay, Stacy.
Yeah, hi Stacy.
So if you're just joining us, we are talking about um, what would we do or what plans do we have in place or can put in place if something were to happen to us? Where would our loved ones on the spectrum go as children or as adults? Who would they live with? um, you know, you just never know what can happen here today, gone tomorrow, and our babies are left in lingo. And I'm saying babies, even children and adults, for children and adults. So, what are your plans? What are your thoughts? Um, what helpful information you can give? And I'll be right back because I'm getting ready to let my children out the door.
And the thing that Spencer brought up, it's sad, but it's unfortunately because some divorcing or divorced couples use their children as pawns in their battle for who gets what, and they battle over the kids and so on. Because of that, um, states have made it very difficult to when you have a parent who's who is not who cannot be expected to give the child good care. They made it very difficult to take the parental rights away from that parent, and so you got the assumption that even when one parent is awarded custody and the other parent isn't, except in some extreme cases like when there's been child sexual abuse or something, except in those extreme cases, the assumption is that the custodial parent is merely the better parent, and that the non-custodial parent is the second choice, is the best second choice, and the law assumes that. And again, except in extreme cases where something like child sexual abuse has made it clear that you can't trust the non-custodial parent with the kid at all.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, something along those lines. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm logging in. Did we do Roxy's right? I mean, yeah, Roxy's right here.
No, we didn't do that yet.
I like what Victoria said. She said, "I've decided I'm not allowed to die." I agree. Okay, here I am again. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to share this thing. Okay, so Nita said she's taking she's letting them out, right? Okay, so and we did Roxy's there. This one is Roxy's as well. I went to an open house for a program here like that. They have a long waiting list. I think she read this one, right? They have a long waiting list. Once they are in the program, they have a bus that can come get them. It's a day program, and if caretakers you pass away, the program takes them in. That's nice that they can,
Yeah.
if they can get into the program. Yeah, that's nice. Our we have so Emily's turning 18, so she'll be graduating in June. And then what next, right? So she'll go to an adult program, and it's funded by the school district, and it's part of the school district. And because she's covered till she's like 22, I believe, but it's a day program. And the teacher, we were looking at different ones, of course, that was what I was stressed about, a few months ago. But her teacher said that the one that she has in mind for her, most of the classes that graduate from her school will go there. So yeah, I'm glad that they're somewhere and she'll know some of the people with her. Joshua is a victim of sexual assault, and they still
Oh,
won't allow
no.
me to terminate her
Wow.
rights. Goodness.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if unless they can pin the sexual assault on her, and unless you can prove that she was in some way responsible for it, and even just the fact that it went on under her roof doesn't necessarily, in the eyes of some branches of the law, make it her responsibility. It doesn't make her own it, and so that's the thing. It's the difference between failed to prevent it and caused it.
I'm so sorry that happened to him.
And there too, you have the fact that again, you also have some cases where divorcing parents, one has falsely accused the other of sexually abusing the child, and that also has made it difficult to protect children from environments like that.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So it can, go either way. There is a way to do it, but it's through the courts, and you need a lot of evidence. Probably costs a lot of money, and it's a long process. Okay. Okay, yes, Linda. I chose the same for Raymond. Here is until he's 21. You guys saw he's now working at the Exceptional Aggies Cafe, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I see that. That's
To
good.
work there even after he graduates. That's awesome.
So, Nita, I sent you a link, and I don't know if you can share that
Okay.
on the screen. If you can screen share it.
Oh, let me I gotta go in. Let me see. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, excuse me.
And you got a straight up baritone. He was like Barry White.
All right. Okay. Why won't my no, I won't come up here. Going to Meta. Okay, inbox. Facebook keep changing stuff. When I do it, notifications. Oh, no wonder. I have to go. Wait, give me a second, you guys. I have to switch over to my profile and then go to Messenger. Okay. Now open the link. Okay, let me go here. Let me go share screen. Okay. Share screen. Share screen. And we want Chrome. California Mentor. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Mentor program. Yeah.
Okay.
California Mentor program.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Linda. Linda. Did she
May
go
have
off
stepped away for a moment. That's the problem of being off camera. You
I
can't
know,
talk,
right,
step
Foxy?
away.
Uh-oh, did we lose her?
I think we did. Yeah.
I didn't know that when I switch my screen, on your iPhone, you have different tabs open. I can hear you, but I can't talk. I didn't realize that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let me get back over here. And then I was looking at this other page, which is really neat. Okay. So this is, if you click on, let me see what was before this. If you click on adult day services or adult services right there on the second tab.
Can you see it?
Let me get right there.
Yeah.
Oh, right here. Okay, so, and if you scroll up or down, okay, so right here in the blue, so you have like different, there's day programs, there's college programs, employment services, independent living services, specialized residential homes, and family home agencies. So the first four are different types of living arrangements for them.
Okay.
So I like that there's different levels. And right now, I think I just found the one I was looking for. So, and then if you click the page to the next one, it'll talk more about the mentor program. So, of course, somebody very high functioning would be in the least supported living situation.
Where is that at? Which one you want me to click?
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and go up to the top.
Okay.
Up to, yeah. And then go to hold over the adult services. Oh,
Okay.
actually, I'm sorry. You can, yeah, family home agency right there.
Okay.
And then if you go up to right here, so it has the FHA program changes lives through personalized supports that include, and it includes these things here: the advocacy services, behavioral supports, program evaluation, family involvement support, life skills development. So they write up a thing with the regional center that's called a ISP, I believe. So it's like an IEP, but it's an ISP. It's still a plan. And then if you go down to the bottom,
To the bottom.
and then maybe we should put the link over there too.
I'm gonna put
because
the link in chat, you guys. So if anyone's is this, I'm sure they probably have
I did,
programs in
yeah,
other states, but this
yeah,
is for California. So
and I did,
those of you in California may be interested in this.
and
Oh,
I
go
think I've
ahead.
seen one for another state.
Okay.
Oh, where's this? Okay, get lens. So when I found these things last night, I thought, never want to come across, having to do this, but I know that there is something out there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is great information to keep handy. Okay. Let me see if I can open this one. All right. So I gotta go here. Um, Stop screen. Okay, we're gonna share the next one. Share screen, Chrome, and community. This one. Okay, can you guys see it?
So if you go up a
There we
little,
go.
if you scroll down a little bit, where you can see number 4.
Okay, number 4.
Yeah, so leave number 1 on there too. So 1 through 4. So you
Oh,
can see all 4.
okay.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the different service levels for independent living for adults with disabilities. So it's like how autism, the supports that you need could be levels 1, 2, or 3. It's similar to that. So depending on what service level they need is the type of environment that would be best for them from that list that we first looked at.
Okay.
So whether it's a full-time support or it's a mentorship program, it just depends on their level of care. I think number 3 and 4 could actually have some physical mobility along with developmental. And then 1 and 2 are only developmental.
Okay, yes, this is some good information. Um, yeah, level 1, limited care. 2, care supervision, incidental training. Level 3 is more for disruptive or self-injurious behavior. And number 4, severity to the escalating severity of disability levels. Okay.
And what I liked about the Family Health Agency and the mentor program,
Uh-huh.
and like I said, I've seen the mentor program in other states. It might not be called Family Health Agency, but it's called like there's Mentor Network and things like that. So each state might change it up a little. What I liked about that is because it's they can have up to 2 in one home with
Okay.
the family, whether the family is one person or whether it's really a family. So the level of disability can be from very slight to severe. So
Okay.
it's varying. So that's one of the programs that actually will accept any range because they're focusing on one person, not a group of kids, not kids, but not a group of adults. So
Yeah. And that's what would be needed for especially our level 3 babies. You know,
exactly. And
folks.
and you don't want them to feel like, they're always trying to keep up with what the other one is doing like at school, This
Right.
is this is supposed to be home, So, and
A safe
yeah,
space.
exactly, yeah. And it
Hmm.
was there's a little if you go back to the other one, I don't know if you lost that screen.
No, I still have it up. 1 second.
Okay.
Let's see if I can. I got to learn how to maneuver this.
I know, that's why I wasn't even gonna attempt. I was like, I'm gonna wait for Nina to come back.
Let's see. Uh, Share screen. Share. Uh, Here it is. Okay. Now which screen?
Okay. So if right here, there's a video.
Right here.
Yeah,
This one.
and yeah, and you don't have to watch the whole thing, but it's I think it's like maybe 11 minutes, but it does show a little bit of what it is.
Okay, wait a minute. Can y'all see that? Yeah.
Yeah, and I can hear it too.
What a family should be. This is a friendship I think I'll have until I leave here. Like family. I like your family.
Like a good family.
Those two are brother and sister.
Okay.
At California Mentor, we're building relationships.
They're like making a difference in people's lives.
As the largest family home agency serving the Golden State, we partner with regional centers and nurturing caregivers in the community, whom we call mentors.
To me, a mentor is a facilitator. To me, it means facilitating, teaching, helping, nurturing.
Our mentors provide Californians with intellectual and developmental disabilities the services and supports they need to thrive in a setting they can truly call home. In the Family Home Agency program, individuals live in private family homes where they can receive services, form relationships, participate in everyday family activities, and be active members of their community. FHA services are a community-based alternative to more traditional care facilities.
So many wonderful things come from working with people that need your help.
As a mentor, you have the opportunity
Okay, I'm not
to make
gonna
a
let it
difference in the
play.
life of
Okay.
a person with
So I was looking into everything yesterday, and if I never get if I never get to this point with Emily, at least I know those kind of things exist.
Oh yeah. Okay, Foxy, I got to serve my babies their dinner. All right.
Okay, bye, Roxy.
All right. Well, have a good week, Foxy.
Yeah, I hope they enjoy that dinner. Yeah, that is some good information, and I'm definitely going to see what's available here in Michigan, and also Mississippi, because I'm having a toss. I do
Oh, that's
want to
right.
move out of state, so I'm going to have to research both areas and see what's. I'm
Yeah.
sure they have something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like we call them regional centers. I forgot, what do you call it, Nita? Where he gets all his services.
We have the county. That's the only thing the county health department. I don't know. I forgot network something. I have to look it up.
Oh, okay.
But it's
I thought
like
there
a
was-
regional center.
Oh no, the Alliance, right?
Not that.
But he does have Alliance services, right?
Yeah, Autism Alliance of Michigan. That's one. Wait a minute. Let me get what he's going through now for where he has the support worker. I have to look up. Just give me 1 second. That's a shame. I should know it by heart.
So, yeah, the regional centers, I think other states have them, but they might call them something different again. But yeah, these kinds of things, it's just basically somebody with a caseload that will have your child's case, as an adult, and watch over them and make sure they're even in your own home. They will come in, they'll ask questions. They have it every year. They want to make sure that Emily is getting the best, quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, when I seen that though, that was, like I said, if you never ever have to get to this point, which we don't want to, it's just good to know it's there.
So my son goes through Cygenics, but the program, and I have to, that provides all, the services and excuse me, it's DWIHN, which stands for the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network. So
Oh,
this
okay, got
is
it.
just like the regional center. They
Hmm.
do all the referrals for services, and then like we're going through Cygenics, and Cygenics provides us with the service coordinator,
Oh,
um,
okay.
and any other services that we need. If I need help with anything, I go through them as Cygenics, but they get you know
Yeah. Hmm.
they're
Yep.
accredited through the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Our
Mhm.
North my North Bay Regional Center here is, yeah, the regional centers will come through the Department of Health in in all the counties.
So okay, this is the second mention of ARC. So ARC, is this similar to ARC, Linda? Have you
I
looked?
don't think so, because ARC, I mean, it could be, but no, because ARC is autism, right?
Well, ARC, I heard ARC stands for Association of Retarded Citizens. That's what I heard, but you know,
Oh, they changed it. We talked about
Oh,
this before, huh?
oh yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I do
Yeah, we
remember.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the
Yeah.
name.
yeah, they kept the ARC, but they changed what it stands for. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it is, yeah, basically dealing with autism and intellectual disabilities. But I'm sure they have probably more than likely have some sort of programs
Yeah,
similar maybe.
they probably do.
Hmm.
Because when I was looking up different ones, I read all kind of information about this once I found it. And
Uh-huh.
then there was one I was reading from, I believe it was Oregon, and so I knew it wasn't just California.
Okay.
Oh, and then on YouTube, when I was looking it up, there was the Mentor Network, which wasn't the same as this one. That was a different state because they had a different name.
Okay. So Joshua is still waiting for justice. The abuser won't see court until March 2023. Oh wow. He's out on a roar ban,
Roar bond.
roar bond. Been out since 2020. His mom waited 3 days to report it to me. She's, oh wow.
Oh, Roar is released on recognizance. Yeah, so not even. Yeah, wow.
Ability
Oh,
point
okay.
here. Okay. That's your like regional center, Michelle. Okay, you guys, I am putting in the link. Anyone who's out there, you are welcome to come up. For those of you, anyone out there who has a business or anything you're doing for autism you'd like to share, now it's the time to come on up, say hello, and let us know what you're doing. Or if you have any last words, this was a great discussion tonight. Something we all need to think about. The links for that information in California are there. If you guys want to look over it, or in your state, you can take that information and find something similar in your area. So make sure you guys go through and make your plan A, B, and C, because you never know. You don't want to think like that, but you need to. This is critical. We need to think ahead and make sure our loved ones will be in a safe space. So, and on that note, um, oh, so last week I don't know why I was thinking I was gonna be gone this week, but
Yeah.
last I'm not going to. November 3rd is Thursday. I will be on my way to Mississippi, so I will not be here next Sunday. So Mr. Charles and Linda will be your hosts for next weekend. Um, and I will see you guys the weekend after when I come back. But on that note, I hope everyone has an awesome, awesome day. And let's go to our last words. If you have any last words in the chat, inspiration, anything you want to share, please chime in. Linda?
Just everybody, I guess I guess I would focus on this week. Try to stay focused and keep the anxiety at a controllable level. And sometimes looking up things and resources kind of set your mind a little bit. So I hope everyone has a good week and not too much worrying.
Mr. Charles.
Yeah, just say to everyone, try to be optimistic and just hang in there, and whatever is going on, your kids. Oh, and Nita, have a great trip.
Oh, thank you, Mr.
For sure. Yeah,
Thank you.
Charles.
It's more business than pleasure, but I will get a day or two in of some good rest. But yeah. Michelle says self-care is important. Take care of your needs.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Thank you guys. Michelle. Thank you guys for joining us. We shall return. Same time, same place next week, but I will see you guys the week after. And I hope you all have an awesome, awesome week. Stacy says, have a safe Halloween and a good week. For those of you who celebrate the Halloween, have a great one. And for everybody else, just have a great week. Thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, bye.
Good night, everyone.